and we'll see. I put the title on as James explains Star Wars Vision to Rob
I can do that. I
because
am
I
ready to do that.
I did watch it. I was just not confused, but I just I don't want to say confused because I understood it, but I just didn't appreciate it, like it. I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for.
That's fair. I mean, it's the first
So
time they really had sequels, so that's such a
yeah.
weird thing. Like, these were better with previous knowledge.
So we're live. Let's click on this one.
We're
Okay.
live. I
Yep.
mean, it's the first time they really
All right,
had
good. I hear you. I
sequels.
hear me.
I hear me.
Wonderful.
I love that. So,
All right, so we're doing that. Let me just make sure this is ready. I found the new theme song again.
oh, good. We're bringing them back.
We're bringing it back, yeah, because the new theme song's better than the old one. That's why we go with the new one and not the old one.
That's why I have
Oh,
new things, right?
OJ
So,
Sands says, "Hi, friends.
hello, friend.
Hello, friend."
I'm like, that's a name I haven't heard on the stream yet. So,
Yes,
hello.
she's not a Star Wars uh knowledge. She doesn't have a lot of Star Wars knowledge, so she
Just
tries, but
just here for the vibes. We love it.
yeah, yeah, she's here for the vibe. She's here to hang out with us, which is
Nothing wrong
awfully
with
nice.
that.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, I'm gonna start the Audacity. I have the music ready.
Okay.
All right, are you ready to go?
Yep. I'm running on my end.
All right. On this episode of Bantha Milk Podcast, James tries to explain anime to me.
It's gonna go great. I've got 4 hours of notes prepared. Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. Hope you're ready.
I am ready. Let's do it.
Intro music.
That's not it.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. I'm getting the hang of this. Running, doing all this stuff over here on my end.
One man tech show over there for you. I am full-fledged child of just playing with the little knob on top of the lever. Life is easy for me. So,
You're the baby Grogu playing with the knobs, and I'm spinning all the plates in the air.
you know.
So,
Ooh.
ooh. Well, welcome back,
Full-fledged
James.
podcast passenger princess. Glad to be here.
That is awesome. You made it just in time too. I'm very happy about that because
Did.
you were saying you were very busy leading up to this, but bam, you didn't mess around. You said, I have a job to do that pays me $0. So I need to make sure I get back there and start doing my other job of podcasting Bantha Milk stuff.
Absolutely. I'm glad there were only minor delays at the spaceport, so it was pretty chill and easy to go.
You know, if this was a Star Trek show, you could just teleport there or whatever.
Just
What did
beam
they
me
call it?
up.
Was it? Yeah,
Yep.
beam me up. You could have beamed right here, wouldn't have to drive. It would have beamed right into there and would have been perfect. But it's a Star Wars one, so there's no beaming of people, whatever. It is what it is. So welcome everybody. This is a very special. We're only like 2 weeks behind. Oh, by the way, for everybody who's watching us live right now on YouTube, we talked about it last week because this show will go out after. But happy Life Day to you, James.
Happy Life Day to you as well.
Yep, we are. Olivia Sands is in the chat, and she says, "Oh my gosh, podcast passenger princess! I love this phrase." So she's
you.
impressed with your phrasing. Yep. So happy Life Day to you in the Chewbacca Wookiee world of holidays. This is the big one. This is the one where we talk about all good things and caring and all that good stuff. So a very happy Life Day to you. And for Life Day, make sure you go out and watch the Star Wars holiday special from 1978.
No better way to celebrate happiness and joy and everything else that comes with Life Day than to watch the now band or hard to find holiday special. I love
That is
this.
right. It is awesome. And I think Olivia, who's a huge Star Wars fan, she's trying to learn. Yeah, she's trying to learn. I think we should definitely indoctor her by watching that because she will love Star Wars after watching that.
You're just
Or
making me think at some point this holiday season we need to like Mystery Science Theater 3000 this.
I think we need to do that. I definitely think we need to do that, and we need to get as many people involved as possible, and just have 10 people in the chat just going, "What is going on?" So
Mhm.
it's top notch. Um, do we want to open beers first, or do you want me to tell you about some of the toys that I got?
Well, let's do the beer because then I can sip while you show me all the
There we
toys and
go.
ooh
That
and ah.
sounds
So
Sounds like a plan. I have my very last one, unless I go back to the brewery, of the blue milk. Woo!
oh, it's
Yay!
back.
It's back. Yep. I have my
Can't
very last
I
blue milk.
I am more excited to watch you pour that in a cup than I probably should be for seeing that come out again as actually blue milk.
It is amazing. I will say that much that it is amazing to watch it pour out as blue. What are you drinking, my friend?
I am going much safer this episode. I have a Shell's peanut butter chocolate porter. I
Oh,
will be
that's
sipping this because I will be enjoying the sips, not because my whole mouth is turning sour.
so how many of the sour ones from last week did you buy? Just one or did you buy
I only
multiples?
bought one. So
Oh,
yes, I went to
okay.
the store and I bought one of those like mix and pick sixers so that way I
Okay.
can make sure that I have them and go through it. And I just picked one of those and I'm so thankful because I don't think it got mentioned. I didn't get through that whole can of beer last time.
Ugh, I
Uh
don't I don't blame you at all because that would have been horrible to try and get through the whole thing. That is for sure.
yeah. I'm still waiting. I should send you one just so you can understand the pain. So
I believe me, after seeing you do this, I think I can live it through just that face alone. So
vicarious
yeah.
force experience. We love it.
Yes, 100%, 100%. So okay, well, I'm going to pop open this blue milk and probably the
Open.
last two times it's sprayed all over the place. So oh, no, oh, a little bit of pop there, but not a lot of spray. Yours sounded much better than mine.
No problem here.
All right, and then I got to figure out, oh, where can I? Here we go. You can see it. Yes,
Microphone arms.
here it comes. Look at the blue.
It's so blue.
It is so blue.
Straight from the teat.
Right out of the bantha,
That's right.
and so like almost like a
Kind of like
Guinness. It looks
fizzy.
like. Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like a blue Guinness in a way. It's so
Mhm.
cool. But anyway, there it is.
Mhm.
There's my blue milk. Blue milk from Magnify Brewing in New Jersey. Check it out. Oh, got to do it that way. Check it out. Woo.
Ooh.
I love it. I love it because it stains your teeth. Not really, but cheers.
I can't wait.
Is much better than last week.
So much better. Like it tastes like the holidays. So I feel like I'm too early for this one, but I'm
Okay.
okay with that. I'm gonna be living a joyful experience tonight. So
There you go. Now, do you taste a lot
I-
of the peanut butter?
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of that kind of like Reese's peanut butter cup, but someone
Mm,
spiked it with a little bit too much alcohol kind of
nice.
taste.
Nothing wrong
So
with that. I
not
love it.
not not quite as pleasant as a peanut butter cup, but we got the right choice.
I love it. All right. Well, while we sip away, do you know what this
Toys.
is? Do you know what this little toy is here? Do you know these little fellas?
That doesn't look familiar to me.
Disney Durable. I have other ones behind me, but they came up with these. They're like, I don't know why recently the toys have all gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. But inside there's a little bag, and inside the bag there's a little surprise character. What could it be?
Ooh, we
Well,
love mystery bags.
yes, this one came with 4. I was very excited because I thought it normally only came with 2 or 3, but boom, I got the bonus with 4 of them.
Well, that's
So, we'll see what little characters I got. First off, out of the red bag. Oh, haha, there you go. Whoa! From
oh,
the Bad Batch, Tracker. What's his? He's the leader. What's his name? I don't want to say Tracker, but
I always think Hunter, but I feel
Hunter.
like I'm
I
not
think
right
you're
with that one.
Hunter. I think you are right. Hunter from the Bad Batch is the first one. Let's see what else we have. Bag number 2.
I will be honest. The first time I saw that, I'm like, Rambo?
Yeah, I know he does look like Rambo.
I mean, it's
Alright,
probably a
this
lot of
one
inspiration, right? So, all right, bag 2.
probably was, yes. Oh, I think you know who this little fella is. Bam, it's kind of it is Luke Skywalker in his
Uh,
black Jedi robe.
we
He's
love it.
using the Force. So yeah, so little
Convince
cute
convince
Luke
Jabba.
Skywalker. Yeah. You
Those
will release
eyes
my
are
friends.
massive on that.
Yes. Yes. And they're like it's kind of hard to see through the camera, but they're um like glassy and like
Oh, yeah, they are.
sparkly a little bit
You
there.
see the
So
reflection, yeah.
yeah. All right. So we got a Luke, we got a Bad Batch. They have the numbers on the back, so I guess you don't have to open it. If you had the list, I have number 2 and 17 left. So if you
Okay.
want to look up and see what they are, you can tell me before I open them.
No spoilers here.
No spoilers here.
Later.
Number 2 is
I see a
oh,
lightsaber.
it's a lightsaber.
Oh, it's
It's
Anakin.
an Anakin with his big eyes and his blue
Mhm.
lightsaber. Very nice. And last but not least, number 17.
Who's it gonna be?
Who's it gonna be? Shazam. There we go. Our good friend. He's holding a
Oh,
lightsaber.
is that Kai from Young Jedi Adventures?
Oh, is it? Maybe. I was thinking it was more Finn. I think it's
It
Finn.
did kind of look like Finn. It probably is
Yeah.
Finn.
Because I'm looking at the jacket and I think he's got Finn's Poe / Finn's jacket on. But it also
Mm.
looks like Kai from Young Jedi Adventures. All right.
Leave
And
it to me
then
to make a call out for Young Jedi Adventures.
I know, right? You're like,
It's
you're like,
happening.
is
He's
that from the
here.
kids show? Yeah. So and then you can take the little Death Star and you can stack them up and you can put your little Disney doorables inside of there. You can put 2 on the bottom
Oh,
shelf and 2 on the top shelf. And you have a built-in storage and shelf and display case all in one.
so it's like it's made for 4 of them. So
It is so perfect for it. Yes. I have
funny how they planned that. Oh, I see it behind you now. Yeah.
yeah, so this one behind me, this is the one we got before. I have a little Wicket. He's fun.
Oh,
I like little Wicket.
box.
And then next to him is what my
Chewbacca.
name is on all of my food apps, Chewbacca.
That's what we all look like today on this Life Day. So of
That
course.
is right. And then
Oh,
also
Sabine.
yeah, Sabine.
That
And
hair is incredible.
I know it's really cool. It's a good paint job. And then I don't know who this is. I never saw her before. I don't know,
Nah,
but maybe
she
somebody
looks important, but
yeah, somebody said it's somebody named Princess Leia. I'm not sure. But yeah,
can't be a princess if your planet's not there anymore.
that's right. What kind of princess doesn't have a planet? All right, so that's the first toy, and then the other
There's
one that I want
more?
to there's just one more, and this is the preview, I guess. There was something that we talked about weeks ago that I said I definitely want to get, and I
You
got it.
bought the 7,000 piece Super Star Destroyer Lego set that's no longer in service?
I did for $5,000, and it's in this giant.
Yeah.
Nope, not that. But I did get the gingerbread
Did do the walker.
AT gingerbread walker with. Where's the little picture of? Here he is, the gingerbread Darth
Ooh.
Vader.
Yeah, you are
So
getting the collection of Vaders.
yes, so I have that. I didn't put it together yet because half the fun is buying it, and then you got to wait to put it together, or I just forgot to put it together. Whatever the deal is.
That happens.
Mm-hmm. So they're my toys. So I'm excited for that.
Very cool additions.
The AT-AT walker was actually the only place I could find it was on Lego's website. I tried going to like Amazon and I couldn't find it on Amazon. So then I found it on Lego and it was on back order. And I was like, uh-oh, am I not going to get this? But then it showed up. So I was very happy about that.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. All right. We'll go right into my segment now, which we call Star Wars News. I got to rewind this. How do I rewind it? There we go.
Usually a little button, 2 triangles.
Silly goose. This is in Suno. It's very confusing.
Star Wars news.
Is it playing?
Star Wars news. Star Wars news. Star Wars news.
All right.
Star Wars news. Star Wars news.
Star Wars news. All right. So it was funny. I was trying to dig around to try and find some Star Wars news, and I was having a really hard time finding it. And then suddenly I had this like onslaught of news that I was able to find. So
Oh, good.
we
I was
we have
gonna
a
say, I
couple,
feel like we haven't heard a lot this week, so
yeah. So we got a couple of things going on here. So we will start off with the Hollywood Reporter has an article. We talked about this on the last episode that the hunt for Ben Solos was squashed. They decided that they're
yes.
not going to do that movie. But now the hunt for Ben Solo's squashed Star Wars movie sparks fan action in skies and streets. Fans hated the
Oh,
rise of Skywalker, but still want to see the story continue. So apparently, people are putting out the latest banner flying move. Fans hired a plane with a banner reading "Save the Hunt for Ben Solo" in late October, and comes with the same week as flyers showed up in Los Angeles, Mid Wilshire area on lampposts and street signs, taking the form of missing persons posters. Missing, have you seen this man? Flank a photo of driver as Ben Solo.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to try to. Not there. Where can I do this? I can do this over here. I can add. Nope. That's the chat. Share a screen. Here we go. Here's the screen. I'm going to share it with everybody.
Incredible.
Have you seen this man? Ben Solo, age 30, height 6'2", weight 196 pounds, species human, has last seen 5 years and 10 months ago on Exegol, rumored to be in the world between worlds, formerly known as Kylo Ren. You may have any, if you have any information or have seen Ben, please contact Ray immediately. Please, information needed. Hashtag the hunt for Ben Solo. So people were putting up these signs all over towns, which I find
Incredible.
awesome. That's incredible. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
that's dedicated fanship right there. Let me tell you.
Yep.
All right, let me close that now. Let me see if I just do that. Oh, did that work? It's
It did.
it's like we're professionals. What do you know?
I know. Very
All right. So maybe Disney will come back and say that they're going to do it again, but I doubt it. All right, the next news article, I'm going to save this. This is Meet the Filmmakers for Vision. So I thought this would be perfect. Before we get into each of the 9 things, there's a brief, well, there's a longer description, and this is on StarWars.com, but we'll give a little brief description about each one before we get into that.
Okay.
This is really cool. Darth Vader. Star Wars gives Darth Vader a horrific new title, and it's the exact opposite of Anakin. So let me see if I can share this. Boom. All right, there's a sense in which Star Wars prequel trilogy was going through the motions because the ending was always clear, but it took twists and turns. So coming down here, Darth Vader is now officially the Great Unmaker. Adam Christopher's new Star Wars novel, Master of Evil, is set shortly after the events of Revenge of the Sith, starring Darth Vader himself. It sees the Dark Lord of the Sith pursue a powerful dark side vengeance and experience powerful visions in the Force, one of which sees Darth Vader confront Anakin Skywalker himself. Light and dark meeting in combat and providing equally matched. What's more, Darth Vader received a new title, one that seems oddly fitting. And this is apparently the quote here: "The dark side is the path to the truth, is the path to that truth. It lives through you, Lord Vader. It is your destiny. Darth Vader, Master of Evil, Darth Vader, the Great Unmaker. So he's now going to be called the Unmaker.
Which is great because, of course, Anakin was like, thank the maker all the time for C-3PO.
Right,
And
exactly.
so we change the identity, we change how it goes. That's such a great pairing. It's a weird title, like, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, it's a very weird title. A very weird title. So I'm very confused about that. The next one, I don't know if you knew about this, and you were just there. So maybe when you were there, you took a trip over, and I know you had a car because I heard you guys talking about it. Did
Mhm.
you take a trip over to see the new Lucas Museum?
No, I didn't know there was
Uh,
one opening.
so next time you go, Lucas Museum sets an opening date. Take an exclusive first look inside. Look at this building.
I
It
mean, the
looks
building's
like
incredible.
it's incredible. It looks like a spaceship. It's got like thousands of solar panels as well as grass on top of it. It looks unbelievable.
Yep.
Um, After nearly 4 years of delays, the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art on Wednesday announced that will open September 22nd, 2026. The $1 billion, 300,000 square foot museum, designed by Mad Architects founder Mai Yangsung, broke ground in Exposition Park adjacent to the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County in 2018. So it was originally supposed to finish in 2021. COVID got in the way. Other things got in the way and delayed it, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
But this is what it looks like. It looks unbelievable. Even if you guys go back before it opens, you have to at least just drive by. Like you got to go see it and take a picture of it because it looks unbelievable.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the outside alone has that,
Hmm.
like, futuristic Star Wars look to it that we love, so
Yeah. So, all right. Well, you got to wish we knew somebody who lived close to LA that could take a picture of it for us. Oh, here we go. Oh,
just had to go into my library app and put a request in so that way they think about getting Master of Evil, so that way if it shows up, I can
right.
read really
You can
into
get
it,
it. There you
so
go. Will this not let me? This article is available only to subscribers. Darn it. But
ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh, it was 10 Life Day menus, and I had the book. Where did I must have left it upstairs? I'm so disappointed. I had a book, a cooking book, Life Day, food from Star Wars Life Day.
That's cute.
Yeah, cooking book. And it was funny because I heard it while I was listening to The Office Ladies because uh what's her name? Not Pam, but um
Angela?
Angela. Yes, Angela is a huge Star Wars fan. So
Oh,
she actually got the book and whatever. Um But yeah, I thought I brought it down, but I guess I did not. I'm very disappointed in myself. But anyway, so I have a Life Day cookbook upstairs, and this was giving you 10 recipes from the park. But now I have to log in to see it. So you're not going to be able to
ah,
go through those.
tragic.
It is tragic. All right. And my last one, Disney Plus is about to let users make AI slop of its characters. This is on what Kotuko.com. The guy's not a big fan, and I understand why. But it shouldn't be surprising that Disney, the company that has become willing to degrade its boldest, most artistic endeavors for profit by churning out unnecessary sequels and bland live-action remakes, is talking to AI companies about letting fans make endless user-generated slop of their properties on Disney Plus. So I think this guy's a little opposed to it. I'm not really sure. I can't tell if he likes this idea or not.
I mean, we
Um,
can talk about his argument getting supported today because you talk about live action remakes. They just launched a trailer today for a Moana live action
I
remake.
did see, yes,
I'm like,
and
we just got the sequel. Come on.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson was really pushing for it because from the original Moana cartoon version, he he was in a bunch of other movies that were all not good and flops and stuff. So he was like,
Yeah,
we need to make a live action Moana because he knew that he would be back on top if he made a live action Moana.
it's true.
But anyway, then it gets into a little bit more factual storytelling here rather than just very opinionated facts up at the top. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Disney CEO Bob Iger said in the company's latest earnings call that it is in the midst of rolling out the biggest and most significant changes from a product perspective, from a technological perspective, since Disney Plus launched. Part of this is a licensing agreement with the Fortnite developer Epic Games to add a number of game like features to the streaming service. And the other is working with unnamed AI companies to allow subscribers to create short form video content based on Disney properties. The other thing that we're really excited about is that AI is going to give us the ability to do is to provide users of Disney Plus with a much more engaged experience, including the ability for them to create user generated content and to consume user generated content, mostly short form, from others, Iger said. So I find that very interesting that they are going to, first off, I think it'll be amazing from a uh, technological standpoint to be able to have some sort of an AI program running on a streaming service that I can make an AI story about Star Wars or any Disney character, whatever, and then you, many states away, would be able to watch my short video that I created on the Disney Plus streaming platform.
I'm intrigued, but also I feel like there's going to be a lot of crap that I'm just not going to want to watch. Um,
Yeah.
I also find it really surprising because Disney's so protective of their IPs and their
Hmm.
brands. The fact that they would even consider opening the door, like the fact they've said anything,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not the Disney that I know or expect. So I'm
Mm-mm.
just
And
I
we
don't even know.
there was an article we had earlier of them. I forget what the AI company was, but they were suing the company, or they weren't suing the company, but they were talking to the company. There were other people that were suing the company because the AI bot was telling people to commit suicide and that their life was useless and
Yes.
all this stuff. And then it was also coming from the voice of a character that sounded like a Disney character as well. So individuals were suing because the AI bot told their kids to that their life was useless, and then Disney was also in the works of getting them to stop using it. And now Disney's saying, "Oh no, we're going to let AI create stuff on our Disney Plus platform, no less." So they're going
Yeah.
to
I
have like the really, really somehow tight purse strings. They're
dude,
not
like
purse strings,
a
but
lot
like
a lot of guardrails.
yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of guardrails out there. Yeah, to definitely protect
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, as someone who teaches this industry, like I have a hard time with that just because like I like what AI can do for a lot of personal use for people and things, but I also think that being able to create like AI art and other things has led a lot of people to believe that they can be graphic designers
Yes.
without having to know a lot of stuff. And so I'm like, I don't want people to suddenly think like, look at this, I'm now a film creator because
Uh
I
huh.
plugged some good prompt into AI or got lucky. Part of me also thinks this is just a play by Disney of getting a bunch of new story ideas from people to roll with something.
It very well could be. They could very well take it and then offer them a what seems like a large amount of money to the common folk, but is very minimal amount of money for creative rights for
Mhm.
something, and then turn it into $1 million project or $1 billion project or something like that. So
Yep.
yeah, I can see them definitely trying to take something that they did. But yeah, so I don't know. It is very interesting, and it'll be interesting to see where they go with it because it could be good. It's probably going to be a lot of slop, just like what you see on YouTube all the time. I don't understand TikTok. I don't understand, but whatever. So that's my last news article for now. Um,
I did have one more thing I saw, and that is
okay.
John Boyega was talking about stuff. like whatever he was talking about, some reasons of how he'd come back to Star Wars. And there was typical stuff out of the demands. But my favorite quote from him out of that one was, "Trust me, I'm like the Tom Holland of Star Wars. Once I know something, I'll let you know."
I love that. That is awesome. He's
So
like,
I can't wait for this
he's
reveal.
he's like, I can't keep it a secret. Don't worry. If something happens, I will definitely let you know. That is
Yeah,
really
I'd
funny.
love.
I love Tom Holland. He went on so many different talk shows and spilled so many different beans that he wasn't supposed to.
I just try to figure out like how many of those. Like at some point, was it lean into this and let Tom Holland like spoil this and make it feel like it's a gag, or did he
Yeah.
really just keep on revealing all the secrets?
That he
And we'll
yeah.
never know.
And we'll never know. We'll never and you know what? I think the only people that probably knew if they wanted to let him do it or not are the executives. And I bet Tom Holland was not even like in on the loop. Like, go ahead, say whatever you want. Like, he's like,
Not at all.
oh, yeah, because it definitely made it more realistic if he didn't know that he was supposed to spill the beans.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
all right, are we ready for a Jedi of the week?
We sure are.
All right, let's do it. Let's hit this.
Yeah. I'm the Jedi of the week. I've been running it like I've been Yoda for a minute. Putting on a clinic with my homie Obi-Wan Kenobi. Can you feel it? On the field like a real one. Yeah, I'm the one like my first name was Anakin.
I got to cut it right when he says my first name is Anakin because the next line is not nearly as good as that. And you
We
might
just
be
lose it.
panicking.
Work with what you got, right?
Work with what you got. That
Arr.
is right.
All right, we've made it to my 7th Jedi of the week, and we are
All right.
continuing our trend of going up the alphabet. So it's the letter G, everyone's favorite youngling. Everyone's so hyped whenever this G is on screen. I'm talking about Gunji.
Gunji. I love
None of
Gunji.
none of this Norman business. But
We
if
don't
you
need
don't know,
Norman.
yeah, if you don't know, yeah, that's the letter N, so it wouldn't even work this week anyway.
Nope.
So if you don't know Gunji, Gunji is the Wookiee youngling that, at least for me, he captured my heart when I saw
Uh-huh.
him in the Clone Wars because he was just like happy and adorable. And the Wookiee speaks Shriwook, so you couldn't understand him, but you could just feel it out for him. So you watched Gunji in the final bits of the Republic. You especially saw him on Ilum when they were getting some crystals and things of that sort. And so, for a Wookiee, he was, yeah, look at that
There we go.
cutie. Yeah, he was kind and gentle, really bucking the trend of a lot of the Wookiees, which made him really interesting, while at the same time still just having that innate Wookiee strength inside of him. And so he was the one that had patience as he was at Ilum trying to go and get his Kyber crystal, unlike a lot of the other younglings. And I get that. Like, you got the chance of like, you're going to go get the thing to build your lightsaber. Like, yep, want it. Let's go. But he took his time. And it really worked out for him that he had the right intentions set out, which is something you need to have as a Jedi to really go through that. So that was really great, and it was nice to see him and the rest of the younglings, especially because we didn't see a lot of Wookiee Jedi, and so it was interesting of like, can anyone be a Jedi? And it was just kind of another one of those to really show up again and go through it. Gunji did come back later. We saw Gunji show up in the Bad Batch in season 2. And so it was great to see that kind, resilient Wookiee keep on showing up and showing the world that you can be that person no matter where you are. And so time to go watch some more Gunji, either season 5, episodes 6 through 9 of the Clone Wars, or in season 2 of the Bad Batch.
And here he is in the Bad Batch.
Look at that guy.
A little more
Lightsaber
grown
and
up.
all.
Yep. Lightsaber and all. I did love this because I love this idea of they had already leaned into how strong Wookiees were physically. So you take the physical strength of a Wookiee and then you add in the ability to be a Jedi as well. And it's just like, oh my gosh, how amazing is this that somebody can, they're basically all you need them to do then is be able to play the Jarek and or what's the chess game on the Dejarik table called? Do you know? I forget what it's called.
I thought it just was
It
Dejarik.
was Dejarik. Okay, good. Yes, good. Then I feel smart. You just have to have him be able to play the best game of Dejarik. Also, he'll be strong, a Jedi, and smart. Like, what can beat him there? So, yeah, he was really cool. I am a big fan of him. So, good choice for the letter G for
Thank you.
Gunji. What an awesome little dude there. So,
Mhm.
all right. Well, with that being said, we are going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, we'll hit the main topic, which is our review and breakdown. And James explains to me Star Wars Visions Season 3 right after these commercial breaks. And we're back. Yay! Uh-oh. All right. So, Visions came out October 29th. So 16, 17, 18, 19 days ago. I can do the math.
Good work.
And thank you. And they had 9 episodes this season. So here's the rundown. Here's the overview for all 3 seasons. They've had their 8 or 9 independent studios making independent short films. Each of these this season were all about 20 to 25 minutes long. All different forms of anime. All very interesting, and it was interesting to me taking anime and Star Wars and putting them together. The other thing that you pointed out in the open was we had what 2 sequels, 2 earlier,
I think there were 3 sequels.
3
I
sequels. Okay,
might be wrong.
so sorry, I had to take a sip of my blue milk there.
I get it. You gotta have it. Yeah, I think there were
Gotta have the
3
blue
if I
milk.
remember right. So
Yeah, so there were 3 sequels. So this is the first time that they've done it where they've had a sequel. And each one of the styles are slightly different. And I guess that is just anime as a whole is every single
Mhm.
there's all different versions of anime. Do they have different names for the different style of anime, do you know? Or is it just like
I think they do. I'm not that deep into it. I think a lot of it
okay,
is art style. I think mostly when they change style in anime, it depends on how the episode kind of comes out. So, like one of the popular ones is like the shonens,
okay.
but I can't really tell you much beyond that.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna break down and talk about all 9 episodes this week. And a little rundown, a little our opinion of what we liked and what we saw and all that other good stuff. I am just going to start in the beginning and say, me personally, I'm not a huge fan of anime. I was never really into it. So these were a little hard for me to get through. I'm not gonna lie. And it's okay, like not everybody's into everything, so I'm not bashing it. I'm not saying it was bad because it wasn't
Nope.
bad. They were very entertaining and they were really neat to watch and cool and everything. I just don't understand from episode like 6 on, uh everybody was screaming or yelling a lot. And I know that's like an anime thing that everybody's always like, "Bah, bah,"
It can be, yeah.
so so I felt like the last 3 episodes was a whole bunch of screaming. I will say my favorite episode was episode 5, and we'll get into that later, but, um,
Okay. Okay.
s so, yeah, so I don't know, but, we'll break down each one individually, and you can tell me a little bit about each one, and I will tell you what I liked or didn't like and all that good stuff, and we'll go with that. So the first one was called The
I
Duel.
am so excited before you get into it. This is my first like show or movie review episode, which I know is like the heart of why this podcast started. So I'm like,
Yes.
it's finally here.
I know, because unfortunately, there's nothing to review and show recently. So,
We're
yeah,
just gonna go back to rebuild the galaxy and everything else.
we could do that. And what was I don't know. I'm thinking out loud now. When we did what was the one with the kids where they kidnapped the spaceship.
Oh, Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew. I think I have to look and see if we did every episode broken down by one episode at a time, or we just did it in big clumps. Because we could go back. I really like that show. That was a very good show.
Hmm.
We could
Hmm.
even go back and break that one down also, if we're bored. But
I loved that show.
it
So
was such a good show. It was such a good show. So here we go. Let's break down the
Visions.
anime Visions. That's what we're doing this week. So the first episode was called The Duel Payback. And was this a sequel or no? I don't remember. I feel like it was.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So
This was a
in
sequel to The Duel.
ironically enough, good titling. So in IMDb, the description says, with the help of some unexpected allies, Ronin faces off against his greatest foe, a twisted Jedi known as the Grand Master, who is bent on revenge. And don't get me wrong, it was cool. I enjoyed it a lot. Ronin was cool. The Jedi bent on revenge. She was really cool as well. I
What a twist to make the Jedi like the evil people in this one and the Sith the
yes,
morally great good, right?
yeah. Isn't that fun that they twisted it around on you that way?
Yeah, you love to see like the Jedi continue their fall from power, and they just went
Hmm.
so far in their fall from power that they became like just this militaristic force. So
Yeah. It is also interesting. This one's not as many, but and this is one of those that there was. I want to say there was very little talking and just a lot of anime action and stuff like that.
yeah.
Um, so, but it was exciting. It was fun. What else? Do you have any specific details for us there?
Oh, I have so much to talk about all of these. So
Go
let's
for it.
let's start with the easy thing. How cool was it that we found another way to repurpose relics of old movies, turning an AT-AT into a casino or gambling hall?
Yes. I love the callbacks and all the different things that they did. Even and it well, when we get I forget which episode it was, but the very beginning, it's the Back to the Future Darth Vader plastic suit,
Yes, that
which
was
was
so
awesome.
good. All I could think was, "I am your density." I'm
It
like,
was
"No way, they did not do a Back to the Future call out."
they sure did. But that's in a couple episodes to come. But this one, keep going. Tell us more
Okay.
about this one. Go for it.
So really cool about this is the art style very much. And if we haven't done like spoiler warnings or whatever we're supposed to do, like we're breaking this all down.
Yep.
But this one is really neat because it's so dramatic with the black and white as you go
Yeah.
through it, and that also like doubles down because this film style or art style and everything that they've done with it is a clear nod to like Kurosawa and all of his samurai
Mhm.
films. So, like you're saying, like not a lot of dialogue, but really great sword fighting style all the way out through it, really kind of just having this moment as we get it. And I love how much emphasis it gets because when you watch, the only pops of color really is the weaponry. And that's
Yes.
where we get those cool visuals that go with it.
Yeah, it was really cool, like watching in black and white, and then when the lightsaber comes out, you just see like the blue glow or the red glow of the lightsaber on top of the black and white, and it is written or drawn in that Kurosai, that samurai style of anime. So it was really cool. Um,
Yeah, and
so
it's just like the lines, the consistency across it's like this is great because that's what the first episode in this like two short episode is looking like, and it just gives you that good style.
yes, I will say the one thing that makes me laugh, and I know George Lucas has some kind of contract for this, but every single one of these says George Lucas is the first writer. And, and I know because it's Star Wars, he's got it written there that he gets a writing credit on every single thing that is Star Wars, which makes me laugh
Yep.
because I know he had absolutely nothing to do with any of these. But yeah.
Yeah.
So this was a good one. I liked it. I don't know where I would rank it off the top of my head, but it definitely was up there. I would definitely put it in the top 5 out of 9 for me.
This
Um,
is middle-ish, maybe lower of the pack for me actually. but at
Okay.
the same time, I would say it's a really strong opener just because of how
Yeah.
distinct it is and just like the perfect amount of like Star Wars nostalgia and then cool kind of combat theming kind of ideas, as well as like enemies becoming allies to fight their enemies together. So
And it's also fun because it was very Japanese, and then kind
mhm.
of like Andor, the first season of Andor, where it was very like war, and then you're like, oh look, they're the weapons that they're using are Star Wars weapons, and
Yeah,
this was very Japanese, and then oh look, they have lightsabers, like that type of a
yeah.
thing. So it was really cool.
That is one thing that I enjoy of this like overarching thing of these vision seasons of like they do such a good job of telling like like real various points of like Star Wars life in the universe and different kind of expectations and experience. Like there is still a lot of like Jedi Sith nods throughout this, but it's different parts of the universe. So it stays
Yes,
interesting.
yes, I agree, 100%. All right, are you ready to move on, or do you have anything else you want to say about the first one?
I think I'm good with that. I'm ready to
Uh,
go in my mech suit.
All right, so the second one is called the Song of Four Wings, and this one, a princess turned rebel protects a child from the might of the empire on a snowbound planet. So this one was fun. Was this the one? This wasn't the one with the rope with the droid that everybody liked, right? Oh, yes, it is.
No. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe. I don't think
yeah.
it's the droid. That's in the next one?
This one's the one with the droid with the big eyes. So, um,
Oh, okay.
so
It
I
might be
here.
that one. It's not my favorite, but that's fine.
Okay, this is
Oh, yeah.
not your. So this is the
'Cause
one that,
this one turned into mech suit, so this one wasn't as exciting for me in that
yeah.
sense.
If you look behind her, there's that little droid that had the big eyes. That one of the articles last week was saying that this droid is going to replace Goguru as the cutest thing in Star Wars, and I disagree.
Doesn't have the personality.
No, no, not even close. So, yeah, so this one was fun. I mean, I do these. This is more to me like a traditional. Maybe it's just like a kid version of anime. I don't know the different drawing styles and all that stuff, but this one was more of when I think of anime, I think of this type of a drawing of anime. Maybe because that's what I saw on Saturday morning TV when I was a kid. Was
Well, yeah,
this
this
style?
this is like your traditional cell drawing as they're going through it. So very much that like Gundam Wing era of anime for sure that really kind of fits it. And having the robot, of course, is making me think Gundam Wing throughout it as well. So
Right.
absolutely right on that look and style.
All right. So give us a rundown on this episode.
This one was really cool because of that like retro influence that you're really talking about. As we just get like that cool detail in all the transformations, like that was to me just such an unexpected move of like let's turn the droid into like a mini X-wing suit. Like
Mhm.
I don't know why I hadn't expected that in Star Wars, but that was so dang cool.
Yeah. And this like picture that's up on the screen now is very 1980s style anime right there. So yeah.
Also, a nod to the trench run on this one of what the targeting systems look like.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And then
we love to see that.
yep. So it was cool. It was fun. Um it was a nice little uh mission that she had to go on there to save the day.
Yep.
Once again, all of these have a little bit of Star Wars thrown in there with I feel like traditional Japanese themes.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
so
I liked that we got another princess
uh-huh.
who wants to go and kick butt and take names along the way, and so we got to really kind of embrace that while at the same time dealing with, like, I don't remember if it was just loss or sadness or I guess grief is probably the right word as I'm going through it, but yet still duty as a princess to save and protect and lead and all of those kind of components. So she was pretty compelling for a character for me in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
'Cause
It was a fun episode.
Yeah. And what a fun like addition again. Like we talked about Gunji earlier for sensitive Wookiee, and now we get the oh, is it Gregorian? I don't remember what the little bitty guy is called that was
Right.
there to kind of protect and everything. So
Yeah, yeah, he was definitely cool, and it's a new species that we haven't seen before, so it's pretty cool. So, yep, I liked it. I thought it was a fun episode. I
yeah,
did
it
it. It was
brought out a whole different kind of action. So it was neat.
yeah, and it was cute animation, and it was fun. So yeah, what would you rank this one of the nine that we had nine times?
Um, I think I liked this one's probably near the bottom of the list for me, in all honesty. The nostalgia of the style and the art was great. The story itself, like as much as I rave about a lot of things, just kind of felt predictable in a lot of ways. There were a lot of
Yeah,
cool moments, but overall, I think a lot of other things did what I hope anime Star Wars crossovers do better.
right. And on IMDb, got a 6.4 out of 10. So I would put it in like 5, 6 ranking of the shows of the nine. So yeah, so maybe
Mhm.
bottom half, but all right. And then moving on to number three, the ninth Jedi, Child of Hope. Pursued by Jedi hunters and blasted adrift into space, Kara encountered a seemingly abandoned ship tended by a mysterious droid. So this is the one that has the really cute droid. Maybe this is, I think, I definitely like this droid better, like you did.
I will put it on the record. I would die for Teto. That droid is everything to me, like, just loyal, sweetheart, everything, like, high, high on my list of droids. Like, I am so sad that there can be no more of Teto anymore, and,
Yeah,
like, I Teto is, like, peak side character droid for me. Everything just, like, flawless, the expression, the style, everything about it. I
yeah.
I was basically crying. So,
Yeah, he was a fun character. He was awesome, very emotional, very with his little like bendy parts around his eyes was able to express a lot and really really fun and just a great story and a great character. But yeah, it's a shame. Why do they always kill off the good ones early?
I
Um
know, like, you just make it worse. They knew we were gonna love this droid, and they knew they could just rip our hearts out.
and I'm watching it, I'm looking at it and I'm going, do you know that little like wooden like the things that are going around his eyes, there was like a little wooden
Mhm.
thing with like a strap between it. And if you held the one board, it made it look like wood was falling down the board. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope, not a clue.
Okay. So, like, see how they're all attached by the little thing
Yeah,
that goes around the eyes? There was,
yeah.
I don't remember how it worked, but there was like a series of little wooden boards with those straps in it. And somehow, when you held on to one, all it made it look like one was sliding down
Oh,
the
interesting.
yeah, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Ooh, that reminds me of that." But apparently I was the only one that thought that because you don't even know what I'm talking about.
Nope, go on, grandpa, keep going.
Back in my before we had TV, we had to play with sticks. Yeah,
Yep,
so
yep,
yeah, so he was awesome. It was a great story. She was a good Jedi.
yep.
I'm looking she was a cool character.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this style is interesting because this feels more like our classic animation style. Like it's that crossover between the Western and the Eastern anime style of just that expectation of what you
Mhm.
get, which is probably why this is the short series that they've picked to spin off into its own mini series next year.
Yes, yes. So it'll be cool to see this storyline continue and the storyline get better. And who knows, maybe she'll find another one just like him.
Oh, I
Um,
hope so. Cause yeah, there's a lot of interesting things. They've left the door open in a lot of places with what
yeah.
what it could be, with people chasing her and the lightsaber that changes color or whatever that was shown at the
Hmm.
point. And so it's just neat. And it was cool to see like different environments that could merge in, especially like the abandoned space station that was actually like lush with like plant life that could be things and whatnot. So
Yeah, that was interesting. I was like, "Wait, where are they? Are they in space? Are they on a planet? What's going on here?" So it
yeah.
was it was neat that they were all the different options that they did in a 20-minute episode. There were so many different things that they showed. So it was pretty cool. I really like it. This
And
one got a 7.3 rating.
yeah, this is
Um
definitely top half for me, especially because knowing there's more coming and the mystery that they have of who the people are that are chasing and threatening her, and like they did a really good job of making that presence feel like it was there, but not having to rush anything, and I love that.
yes. Yeah, I agree. One of the reviews says The Ninth Jedi Child of Hope is a sequel to one of the best Star Wars stories ever. And that's why I had expectations. Some of them were met, like the visuals. The lighting was gorgeous alongside the beautiful wide shots. And that's the other thing. Japanese anime, they do a lot of like wide shots and a lot of like
They do, yep.
scenery building and things like that. So you see a lot of really cool things. The themes and characters are interesting, but the dialogues are unnatural and the story is just not that interesting. This felt like a filler episode in the Ninth Jedi universe.
Hmm.
Well, I would say, and I think this is just an anime thing, is that they're writing it in Japanese and they're writing it for Japanese, and then they dub it over into English. So yeah, it's not going to look 100% right because it's not wasn't supposed to be written for that. So, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Listen, I grew up in the 90s, so I had that like well adapted anime of like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh kind of deals. Dragon Ball Z was a thing amongst there. I never watched Naruto, so I can't talk about that one. But how many episodes in Dragon Ball Z is Goku sitting there channeling the Spirit Bomb? It's like 6 episodes at least. Like filler is part of anime
Is
culture.
part of
It just
anime, yes.
happens.
And
One
I
Piece
also
has like 1,200 episodes. You can't tell me they're
right,
all fillers.
yeah, exactly. There's going to be some filler parts in there, and also like if they were saying that the lips don't match up, it's like come on, like they're not, that's what anime is in America
Go
is the lips
watch it in
don't.
Japanese
Yeah,
and put the subtitles on.
it'll flow so much better in Japanese. That's right. But this was a good
Yeah,
episode. I enjoyed this episode. I don't
this
care
was good.
what the haters say. I'm looking at the
Tedu raises this one up for me no matter what. Don't
yeah.
care.
Freddie Highmore was the voice of Tedu. He looks familiar. He's the doctor in The Good Doctor, the guy the autistic doctor. I don't know if
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's him. He was the voice of Tedo. So there you go.
Oh,
Uh,
fantastic. So,
yeah. So they got some Masa Oke. He was in a lot of things. He was Ethan in the English version. He was
mhm.
in Heroes and Hawaii Five O. He was in those two shows. So yeah, so they this is the first one that they started of the three that we've seen so far. Oh, and Simu Liu from
Oh, yeah, from Shang-Chi.
yeah, from Shang-Chi. He's in it. He's Lon Zima's voice. Um, so this is the first one that we've seen in the series of nine that now starts to have a lot of like really big American names doing the English versions. So it's interesting. All right.
Mhm.
Episode 4, The Bounty Hunters. And for some reason, I don't remember this one. I feel like I don't know why. I
Eh,
must have watched this one falling asleep.
I
And
I love that you say that because I'm pretty sure this is bottom of my list because I believe it's the most forgettable of the ones that we
so
watched.
there we
But
go. It's
maybe I
perfect.
was also falling asleep. So,
Yeah. I don't know, but like, yeah, there's a bounty hunter droid with 6 arms and 2 legs, and then there's a girl. Um, and what does the story say? It says a rogue bounty hunter takes a job for a shady industrialist that has unexpected consequences for her and her droid. So it seems like a typical, you know, bad guy, good guy, you know, a bounty hunter, which is like in the middle, then decides it's going to be a good guy instead of being a bad guy, whatever type of story. So what did you said he was also or was very forgettable for you as well?
Yeah, this one just didn't stick with me. Like I wanted it to because it's one of those, story. I mean, it's an expected story, right? Like bounty hunter teams, especially seeing like a Twi'lek in a different kind of role, chasing their target, and then suddenly it's a force sensitive child. So are you gonna go morally bad or whatnot?
Right.
But and and like as I've looked a little, like Studio Trigger, who made this, is pretty consistent with these frenetic, high octane kind of experiences. And so this one was just so much of like that chase, gunfight, like Star Wars little like scuffle kind of going with it, which cool, but also like a lot. And then I moved on from it and didn't have a lot of that connection that I wanted to it. And like there should be cool things. Like one of my iconic Star Wars moments I will always talk about is the double lightsaber reveal for Darth Maul being like the theater moment for me that made me fall in love with this area. And then we see a lightsaber dagger in this one coming out. It's like, okay, that's super neat.
But yeah.
But
Yeah.
but it just didn't win me over the way I wanted to, as like cool as it should be. I don't know. Maybe this one was just too predictable. I mean, another one later on has the same kind of storyline idea of like a smuggler scoundrel on a mission realizes what the mission they're on, and they have to decide, do I do the right thing or do I do the thing that's going to get me tons of money?
Right. Exactly. And I feel like that's an easy Star Wars bounty hunter trope.
Yeah.
Even I mean, they even did it with the Mandalorian. Like, should I turn in Grogu? And he does. He gets the money, but then he feels bad about it, and then he goes back and he rescues Grogu, and it's like, okay, like this is a trope that's done over and over again. So, um,
Yeah, it's like if you're going to do it, you got to have something interesting with it.
yeah.
So
This one got a 6.8, which is interesting. So, they liked it better than we
perhaps
did.
perhaps we need to give it another chance
I think we
before
do.
9 p.m.
Not while laying in bed and watching it then is not the time to watch it. But
Guess not.
Ronnie Chang is the voice of IVA4. He's from The Daily Show, which is interesting.
Oh, yes, okay.
And
I was
then
like, I know that name.
yeah, and then Jodie Turner Smith, she's the voice of Eno, ENO, and she was in after Yang, the last ship, Anna Boleyn, Queen, and Slim. I feel like I knew her from other things. She was in Tron Ares that apparently nobody saw.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you see it? Okay.
I did.
She was in Bad Monkey, and I really liked that show. So I don't know if you saw it. It's on Apple TV, I think, but it's really
Nobody's
good.
seen that.
Oh, it's so good. It has. Hey, I'm I'm turning this into a Bad Monkey show now.
Oh, been
It's
fun.
so good. It has it has Vince Vaughn in it as like a sarcastic cop that of course gets kicked off the force because he does things his way instead of the way he's supposed to do it. But then he still follows through on trying to solve the case because he's a detective and all this like stuff goes into it. It's a good show. I don't care that you don't have Apple TV and you don't want to watch it, but
I do have Apple TV
then you
'cause
have
I
to
love
watch it.
things like Silo. I
Uh,
love The Morning Show. Ted Lasso is one of my favorite TV shows I've ever seen.
Ted Lasso is the top of television shows. It is so good.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
will rave about Ted Lasso for hours. Yes, it's so good.
Mhm.
Um,
Yep.
you have to watch it. You have to watch it for me. Watch the first episode, and I guarantee you'll come back and go, I was wrong. This is a good
We
show.
we will see what I have to say in 2 weeks.
I like it, so I don't care. But she was in that also. She was the dragon queen in that. So that's where I knew her from. But yeah, so she's a cool actor. So this one has some pretty some big names here. The Jedi was Carrie Kiernan, and she was also in A Leading Man. I don't know. I'm looking
Mm,
for it looks like she does a lot of voices. So she's a voice actor. She does a lot of voice acting work. So, all right.
okay.
Anyway, Yeah, so that one for both of us was pretty low down there, and whatever. This
Yep.
one I love. This was fun for me. Yuko's Treasure, episode 5. I really enjoyed this. I watched today before coming on the air today, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I went back and I was like, I don't think I saw 5, so I watched 5. And of all of them,
What a treat for you.
yes, and of all of them, this one was actually my favorite. I really enjoyed this one. I think because this one was, in my opinion, the most Americanized of the cartoons. Like there
Oh,
was a
that's
lot of
interesting.
dialogue.
I would have said this one was so classic in a
Oh,
lot of the
really?
styling. So
Okay.
yeah,
So I thought it was more maybe because it just had a lot more dialogue that
there was a lot of dialogue in this one. Yeah,
and like for me and my ADD American brain, I need dialogue to keep me entertained. I need because if not, if it's just sound effects, I'm going to start playing my video games and not even paying attention to it. But at least
fair.
with the dialogue, I can, if I'm playing video games, I can listen to the dialogue and go, "Ooh, what's going on?" But if I'm playing video games and there's no dialogue, then it's just listening to noise.
Yep.
So speaking of dialogue and what's going on, I am one of the most hated types of people in the Philadelphia area. I
Oh
am
no.
I am a Philadelphia native, never been to Dallas, but a Dallas Cowboy fan. And
What?
yes, of all of the sports, I love everything else in Philly. Oh, good. The Cowboys are
Oh,
winning 24-9.
what has it been like to be wrong for 30 years?
Up until 1996, it was amazing.
Yeah,
But since 1996, yeah, it's been horrible.
you just have
So
sick hope. Poor you.
yeah, no, I have, and like especially this year, no faith whatsoever. I'm surprised that they're actually winning this game against the Raiders. But yeah, not a fan of
It's
what's. Oh, Olivia said I need to watch Ted Lasso. Yes, Olivia, you do. Oh my God.
yes.
You will be crying every episode because I cry every episode. There's always such good, heartfelt meaning to every single episode. It is so good. I've watched it over and over again, like 4 or 5 times through. It is so good. You have to watch it.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm that person who lives in Philly as the Philly DJs, sports talk DJs call me the cockroaches. I'm part of the cockroaches who are Dallas Cowboy fans who live in Philadelphia. So I wanted to see if they were actually winning tonight or not, but I've given up on the season and they're actually winning. So yippity doo dah, we can beat the Raiders right now. Much when the show's over and I go back, they'll be losing 25-24 somehow.
Oh, that's right. The Raiders are team 31 this year. Only the Titans are worse, and somehow the
Yes.
Jets are better still.
Well, the Cowboys are not much better. We have a tie in there also. We tied. We the second to Olivia said Booch Cowboys. Whatever. You're just mad because the Seahawks lost. Um, we're the only team that can score 40 points. I guess Green Bay can also score 40 points and still not win. We scored 40 points in a game and still didn't win. That's how bad we are this year.
My favorite part was broadcast TV wanted that to be who won the Micah Parsons trade, and they tied.
And they tied. So it's still up
Everybody
in the air.
loses here.
Everybody
Yeah.
loses.
Yeah.
One of my coworkers told me that he found out today that the Cowboys put a clause in to Green Bay's contract when they signed Michael Parsons that they are not, if they trade him to the Eagles, they have to give away a number
First round
one
pick.
first round pick. Yeah, because they do not
Yep.
want him going to the Eagles. But Olivia said Seahawks are playing so well with a laughing emoji there. Yeah, they did not play well this week. All right, back to Star Wars Visions. I enjoyed this one
Yes.
with Yuko's treasure. Now, a sheltered orphan teams up with a street rat kid to rescue his droid caregiver and find a long lost treasure. So this was a fun story. It was a cute story. I liked the bear droid that had a microwave in his belly.
What a moment that was. Absolutely. Like, I was trying to figure out, is this like an anthropomorphic bear that we are introducing a new species? And then the microwave shows up, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I was like, this is so awesome. Like you
This
hear
is iconic.
the ding, he opens up the door, he's pulling the food out from his stomach. I was like, wait, is that microwave in his stomach? And then at first I thought I wasn't paying 100% attention or didn't even realize that the front of his belly was a door. So then when
Oh,
he
yeah.
closed it, I'm like, is he going to close it and it's going to be fur and we're just not going to know that there's a microwave in there? But nope, it is
Nope.
clearly a door once he closes it. I was like, this is amazing. So,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, once you realize it's a droid, who knows why they have everything that they do on them, and of course,
yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
Oh, so great. But yeah, so of course, the little kid is well, the beginning is a very Disney-esque beginning. The kid the kid's parents die, the droid takes him in. Somehow the droid saves him. I'm not really sure how a droid covered in fur was able to survive a crashing spaceship, but it's a story, so it's okay.
It's not important. Yep.
It's not important. All we know is that he covered the kid up. Maybe he put the kid in the microwave and then was able to save him that way. I'm not
It's
sure.
like getting in a refrigerator to survive a nuclear blast, right? So
Exactly.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
100%.
absolutely. Yep,
Absolutely. So yeah, so then you see that the droid is now like raising him and whatever. Um,
yep,
and then of course the kid, which of course he was a kid as well. And then
was
I
a
thought
kid.
this kid was going to be like, I mean, he did say later on, "You are family," but I thought they were going to find out that he was somehow like a sibling or something like that.
Oh
But
gosh, right?
that would have been really good. But yeah, so then he's like looking for the parents, which I was like, and then the droid, of course, does a very good um, droidism and like panics and runs away. So then the kid follows him and whatever the deal is. Uh,
Yep.
but Steve Buscemi was the voice of Fox Ear. I
Oh, okay, the
thought
pirate. Yep,
the pirate. I thought that was Steve Buscemi's voice, but I was like, "There's no way they got Steve Buscemi for this," but they did. Um, so yeah, so then the pirate wants the treasure, and this is very much like the. Oh, well, no, I take it back. It's not like at and all. I was gonna say this is much like the other thing, where the only treasure was the kids' memories and stuff, but completely different. So yeah, and so it was cool they take him, the kid saves the day, all this stuff, and the droid that they wanted was the uh candy corn droid. That was a fun little droid
yes.
as well.
And then there were so many more of them, still
Yes,
functioning,
still
doing
functioning.
something that we still haven't figured out what they were doing.
Yeah, not really sure what they were doing, but they were doing something.
Just
So
brush straight past that. So
yeah, yeah. That's not important. So yeah, so this is the picture of the kid looking at this is the bounty hunter kid, I guess, whatever. The other orphan kid who's
the
looking for
aspiring scoundrel.
the aspiring scoundrel, that's a good term for it. And then the bear with the microwave in it, and this one here, you can barely see it, but the little candy cane,
Yep.
droid here is the one that had the key to it. So,
Yep.
yeah, so then they get into the room and Fox Ears or whatever his name was, the pirate is mad. There's nothing in here and blah blah blah. And then the bear droid goes, "Of course there's not, because the treasure's hidden below." And then they go down a level, and that's where they see all these holograms of him with his as a baby. All the family pictures are hidden down below, which was great.
Because
Um,
the treasure was the family we had all along.
all along. Oh, and don't forget about the Star Speeder, the Star ship
Oh,
as
right.
well.
Yeah, that's there too. But yeah.
That's there too. But it's more about the hologram and being able to see your family and all that good stuff. So this was one of my favorites. I enjoyed it because it didn't have a lot of the yelling and screaming that the last 3 episodes have a lot of yell, and I was confused why they were so angry at everything. I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Why are you so angry?" But, yeah, so what did you think of this one? Did you like this one, or are
Uh,
you just admiring just amusing me?
so I had a hard time at the beginning because I'm like, Tatooine again?
Yeah,
Again? Fine,
more
whatever.
Tatooine.
So
The most popular small planet in the outer rim ever.
here we go again. Everyone has stories on Tatooine, but I think they did a fine job of like the cantina was just a little tidbit as they went through. They had the crate dragon skull show up at a little bit, and like, okay, there wasn't like we're on Tatooine again, so here's all the Tatooine stuff. It's like we're on Tatooine again, here's the little thing. So I got
Yeah.
over that. I got over that. And like we were talking about earlier, the art style great. I would describe this as best I can as like the chibi art style.
Okay.
Just kind of that look and style of the like the over exaggerated heads and cartoons with it. And I love this art style. I think it's like classic like Dragon Ball, but less exaggerated in Dragon Ball sense of that kind of look to it. And I think it's fantastic. It's just fun to look at. It just naturally makes you feel childish as you're going through it. And I love this whole story because it's like Saturday morning cartoon, kids
Mhm.
going on a wild adventure. It's like what
Yeah.
Skeleton Crew was in a sense, but this one. So I'm like, I feel like I'm watching the beginning of the Goonies.
Right, exactly, exactly. Maybe that's why I liked it so much because it did have a lot of the feels that I'm used to with other stories, so it was
Yeah.
good. So
And they just did a good job. Like they were over the top when they needed to be. They were funny when they needed to be. They were serious when they did. Like they just ran it really well, even though it was like this story about like the underbelly of Tatooine just coming
mhm.
and being like, just burn their house down. Who cares that the kids are in there? Like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh, how
yeah, he was
dark are
like
we getting?
I know, he's like, "Burn the house
Ooh.
down with the kids inside." It's like, "What? What are
I'm
you
like,
talking
that
about?"
is not fitting with this art
Mm,
style.
no. No, not at all.
uh, we
Uh
had a microwave earlier. So like
We have a microwave bear, we're not burning down everybody.
yeah,
So,
so this was super cute. This is one that I would totally be on board with, like sequels of their little adventures in space as they figure out the little bit of trouble that they're going to get into. It's just really good storytelling throughout of how they got through it. I like that they even had an explanation of how Billy the Bear got reprogrammed by the like Darth Vader-esque helmet that he had on him.
yeah, yeah. And then he
Why
took it off
wild
and
that the
everybody
little
was
everyone was fine, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, wild that the little boy, not Yuko, the little girl, the boy could fight a droid that was probably a lot stronger.
Yeah,
But again, I will suspend my belief of reality for things like this.
sure. I agree 100%. So, all right, well, I enjoyed it. That was the one that I enjoyed probably the most. I thought it was I don't know, it's just the most entertaining for me. I'm sure there's other ones when we get to the last couple that were a lot more artistic and
Mhm.
trippy and some other things, but
I will say top two for me on this one. So
okay, good. Awesome. All right, the next one is The Lost Ones. This is episode 6.
another
After
sequel.
another sequel, after assisting refugees escape a natural disaster, an incognito F is forced to confront the ghost of her past when their refugee ship is intercepted by the Empire. And this was fun. Also, this is the one I got to pull up the clip here where it opens up with this shot of Darth Vader, and they even have it in um the same angle and everything as uh George McFly sees Marty McFly when he wakes him up with with the CD player, or it might have even just been a cassette player. I think it was a cassette player. Yeah,
Cassette
with the
player, yep.
cassette player playing AC/DC. It was great. So as soon as they open up with this, I was like, no way, they're going Darth Vader on me here.
Absolute cinema. Yep.
Yes. So it was awesome. I was like, this is a callback for all callbacks. This is awesome. Um, but it was really cool. I liked this. They're like she wasn't letting on that she was a Jedi, and then like when
Yep.
she's on this ship, all the kids were asking her questions like, "There's a new person here. Let's talk to her." And I remember the one kid like touching her scar and being like, "Does that hurt?" And she's like, "Well, not anymore," or whatever she said, something like that. Um, but yeah, so it turned into a good story. I really liked it.
It's
Um,
heavy. It's
yeah.
probably the heaviest story, and heavy, of course, the Back to the Future word of everything's heavy. Um,
What's up with the gravity in the future? Why is everything so heavy?
But this one, like, it's hard, especially like I don't know who picks the episode order, but putting this right after the one before it
Yeah,
just is hard to stomach if you're watching them in order, just because
yeah,
of how, like, this is like deep thought, trauma reflection that you have to go through with this episode. And I think that's why I have such a hard memory with this one, just because of what it is. Like, there's so much cool things about it, like her recovery and like who she's become, and like, is she a Jedi? Isn't she a Jedi? Whatever.
mhm.
So,
Was this the one where she was, like, laying in the field of red flowers after she was
yes.
defeated? Yes, and
Yep.
they had the, oh, what was it? The, wasn't Bacta, was the opposite of that, with the what they froze Han Solo in.
The Carbonite.
Carbonite. They were, like, getting the carbonite gas because, the Empire destroyed their planet to steal all the carbonite gas, and they were able to still trap some of it, and they were going onto the ship to blow it up, and they had all these carbonite bombs all over it, and her fight scene with the other Jedi where she was like, "I know I can't defeat you," but as she did
Okay.
the flip over top, and then he slices her in the stomach or in the arm or whatever. I think it was her arm. It looked like she wound up
Yep.
getting cut off. Um,
Definitely lost limbs or something. So,
yeah, and then as she lands in a pot in a heap because she got lightsabered, you see that she was able to get the carbonite gas chamber into his shoulder. I was like, "Ooh, good twist. I like that."
loved it.
So so yeah, so like she was losing by winning, and it was a very good like Ben Kenobi, like I'll just stand here and let Darth Vader beat me. That way I'll become more powerful type of move.
Yep.
Um so yeah, it was
Yeah,
it
because
was a good one.
we've seen a ton of master apprentice fights. Like, that is
Yeah.
Star Wars trope we're gonna deal with and have. And so this was great of like, I know I can't win, but here's how I can actually win.
Yeah. So it was really good. It was like you said, it was very, very deep, and it was very, very going from the kitty, the childish one of the episode before to this one was kind of tough. I'm glad I went in the opposite direction because
Yeah, you
it
missing that
was
was huge. And what's absolutely wild about this is the first time in Visions that an animation studio has done two episodes for them. And it's the same company that did 5 and 6. So it's the same one that did the one we just talked about and the one we're talking about. And I'm like, talk about
yeah.
range for a studio, like art style, storytelling, everything about it. Just wild how talented Kinema Citrus is.
It would be interesting. I would love to be in the meeting before it started and said, "Okay, here are two ideas. Who wants to be on team A, the cutesy one with the bear with a microwave in his stomach,
Me,
and
me.
who wants who wants to be on team B, the deeper, darker, more dirtier version of a storytelling?" Yeah, I would
That's
be like,
usually better storytelling, but
yeah, let's go have the fun one. I want to work on the fun one, not the dark one. That's
yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so that is pretty funny that there were the same studio did those two episodes back to back.
Yeah.
Episode 7, The Smuggler. This one was cool. Desperate for a quick payday, a smuggler takes a job to rescue a fugitive from the Empire. And of course, this one was pretty predictable when I need you to take somebody, don't ask questions. Of course, it's the
And then the next
prince.
scene is, well, here's the prince that the Empire will pay 100,000 for, but you just took a 10,000 credit job. And it's like, I wonder who you're trying to smuggle.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder who you're trying to smuggle. This kid with a baseball hat and hood up. I wonder who that could be. Um,
Can't tell. May as well be wearing glasses.
get rid of that little curl in the front, and suddenly you don't know who that person is. Who is it? I don't know. But yeah, so it was a Judith Light. Oh, that's very interesting. She was Glenu, the old Jedi. She was in Who's the Boss from 1984 to 1992. Olivia doesn't know anything about that. But yeah, so she was in Who's the Boss. That's really funny. She does the voice of the old lady now. But anyway, it was this one was I don't want to say it was predictable.
It
Uh,
was.
it was predictable. Like you see, and I thought that there was going to be the three. I forget they were from Rebels, but it was like the mom, the dad, or the dad,
Oh, the
and
father, the daughter, and the son, or
yes,
the
I
brother
thought
and the sister, or whatever they
yeah,
are. I don't know what
yeah,
they're called.
I thought that's what those 3 were going to be, but it turned out to just be smuggle off this kid, and I'll give you 10,000 credits, and then, "Oh, we're gonna go to the rebel base," and then, "Oh, you're gonna go to the good side, and you're gonna help us out because you're a good person, and you didn't need the 100,000 credits," and blah, blah, blah. So, it was good. It was whatever. I don't know.
So so here's what I don't hate about how it was predictable. It was unapologetically predictable. They
That
never
it
tried to
was.
put a twist in there. They never
Uh-uh.
tried to put you the other way. You knew the story, you knew what you were watching. It was very comfortable, and I needed that after the one
Ye
before
oh,
this.
yes. Especially after
So,
that one, it was like, okay. Like,
I was happy to have that.
I have, 2 friends from high school who would always try to predict when they're going to the movies or TV shows, always try to predict what was gonna happen. And so I started doing it a little bit, but not nearly as much. I was like, I don't wanna ruin it by trying to predict what's gonna happen and think that problem A is going to be solved when actually they go through B, C, D, and E to get to the problem to solve the problem. But in this one, there was only problem A, and they went right the way you thought they would have, and they solved it right away. So,
Yeah. Yep, just went that way. Yeah, that's like I don't do that. I'm very bad at a lot of it. I'll do it during TV shows occasionally of trying to guess things, but movies I'm bad at it. So when I was seeing Rogue One for the first time in theaters, I'm sitting in the audience with Tig, and Tig just leans over to me. He's like, "They're all gonna die at some point," and it never crossed my mind that yeah, we don't see these characters ever again. They're
ever
probably
again.
gonna die.
Well, that was like in Solo when I forget what the love interest was who went to be with the
Kira,
yeah, Kira, yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, maybe as it's coming to like the third chapter, the third
yeah, your
what
third arc, your third
third
act.
arc, the third act, which by the way, I can never tell when the first act ends and the second act begins in the third act. I'm like, I don't know, I have no idea. And
Yeah.
all my friends who are like, "Oh yeah." And I'm like, the only one that I could ever figure that out in was the Goldbergs TV show because the third act was always after the last commercial when everything ended happy and it was just yay, very good. I'm like, there's your third act. You just wrapped it all up. That's perfect. Uh, but yeah, like and I'm like, maybe in the third act, she'll like leave, they'll get back together, and then I'm like, oh wait, there's that Princess Leia who's going to get in the way of all of this. So it always it made me laugh. I was like, same thing as in Rogue One, like, oh, they're all
Mhm.
gonna die. I'm not gonna know who any of these people are. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
so
But going back to the smuggler, I do have
going
to
back
say
to
that
the
it was
smuggler.
cool seeing a planet that had a lot of like high tech or that kind of
Yeah,
thing on a planet. Like it was nice to kind of have that mixed in because I'm so used to Star Wars planets being run down and broken or
yeah,
barely held together. And even more so, I like that our protagonist, and I don't remember if we ever got her name, but I thought it was really fun to see someone like Han Solo in that instance, someone who's really good at the scoundrelly smuggling, piloting kind of deal. So it's not like Han Solo's one of a kind in the universe,
right.
even though builds a story of he is one of a kind. And so it's cool to see like other people could do a lot of the things you do too. You just created your reputation. And I liked that. I thought it was
Yeah.
cool to have the character do that.
I think her name was Cheetah,
Okay.
Chita. Because there's an Emma Myers who plays Cheetah, and I know it wasn't any of the other people because all the rest of them are men except for Judith Light. So I'm gonna say her name was
Mm,
Cheetah.
yep.
Um,
Oh, and what a cool Jedi she was. Like,
she
oh,
was, yeah.
she's
Well, the
so
Judith Light
cool.
character was Glennu. Yeah, she was a cool Jedi. She
Yeah.
was definitely
Yeah.
very cool. But yeah,
Yeah, like
it was
bringing the lightsaber out of like the wraps in her arm to use it and
uh
just
huh.
going to town. I
Yeah,
was like, "Yeah, this is great. This is spectacular."
yeah. It was very good. I really I liked it. It was and it was short. It was only 18 minutes. Looking at
Yeah.
the runtime here.
Yeah. They packed a lot into it, but it never felt overwhelming.
No, the episode 8. Oh, there was this was in episode 7, the smuggler. She did do a lot of yelling though, and she was even yelling. She was yelling at the boy as well, who was the he was just trying to help. And she
Yep.
was like, "No, hit that button." And I'm like, "Okay, you're yelling for all the wrong reasons right now." So, but I knew that's like an anime thing, so whatever. But it just
Intense and
made me
lost
laugh.
in the moment.
Yeah. So that was pretty funny. All right. Episode 8, we're almost done. The Birds of
Oh, no.
Paradise, which was this was done in the after she is blinded in battle, a hot-headed Jedi Padawan must undergo a series of spiritual trials in order to overcome the temptation of the dark side. So this was written by what was the company that did this? It was one of the
Polygon
video game.
Pictures did this
Yeah,
one
Polygon. Yeah.
because it was
So
all 3D CGI, so it stood out immensely.
yes, and it looked just like a Polygon video game would.
Sure
So it
did.
was like it was very interesting. I was not a fan though. I thought
Oh,
the video was amazing. I thought the graphics looked really cool. But I just didn't I couldn't get into it. I was like, okay, I'm bored.
no,
Yeah.
no, this is my favorite.
Oh no.
And I say that with the caveat, I don't really want to watch it again.
Because it was deep and dark and everything else. So
Like, we just went through this whole, like, internal conflict of a Jedi trying to understand
uh-huh.
what it means to be a Jedi and how to accept it and give up on so many things. And there's just such cool visuals going with it as this character is going through what feels like a believable arc of all of this processing through it, let alone the really cool Sith fight of the lightsaber combat we had at the beginning and calling out the problems and acknowledging. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love all of this.
Yeah, this I think this was too much for me. I like more basic storytelling. I don't this was very detailed, very deep. I'd probably have to watch it 2 or 3 times to really get everything in it. Um
Yeah.
but
It,
yeah, so
usually I am like the smuggler is what I want. I like my cozy viewing of everything that it was. But the art style, like we talked about, mixed with just this really good, easy to follow conflict, and what I feel like they don't talk about enough in the Jedi training of how they give up their emotions and their
yeah.
connection to things and all of those components. And like the blindness was fine. Like that was a good gateway to get into a lot of the conversation and other things, but just coming to terms with like surrendering, taking the lightsaber to the chest and just accepting that she's got to like die and give that up. I'm just like, I'm in love with this so much.
One of the trials, she was like, "Wait a minute, this is all in my head." And like that's how like she's standing in fire and she knew like it was just like so I do understand it and it was neat. I don't know why. I just wasn't in the right headspace to watch it, I guess. I don't know. It was
And
interesting.
it's like I say about all things Star Wars and other things. Sometimes it's just not meant for you, and that's why there's a whole bunch of other things out there for you to enjoy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can enjoy this beautiful alien landscape and these days of story and deep exploration and Jedi explanation, and you can go back to watch The Bear with the Microwave.
I will watch The Bear with the Microwave. I'll watch that one again. I promise you I will do that. Oh,
Oh,
and
so
then
hit me with it. How bad did that one do on IMDb? How
uh
wrong am I according to the public?
according to 6.3, it wasn't
Okay, so not
bad.
horribly wrong, but still
Not
kind of wrong in
yeah,
comparison.
and it was a 6.3.
Deal with
Didn't
it.
see it the way you saw it. Yeah, what was the Smuggler? The Smuggler was 7.3 and oh, the deep one, The Lost Ones
Yeah.
was 7.1.
Uh,
And going back to the Bear, let's see if everybody agrees with me. Nope, the Bear was 6.4. So my favorite and your favorite
ooh.
were not IMDb's favorites.
We just got bad taste, I guess. So
I guess so. And then talking about bad taste. This last one, I think. Let's see what this rating was for Black. Oh, only 6.5. Okay.
Okay,
Um,
it's still better
but
than the last.
I think this is interesting because the majority of this gave it a 10, but then there's also the second most popular was a 1, which is
Yes.
why it's at a 6.5.
This
Um,
doesn't surprise me. This would have been the episode I would guess you love or you hate, and there's not a lot of middle ground for it.
no, because this one called Black. It was only 13 minutes long, and honestly, it felt like 26 minutes long. Um,
See, it's funny you say that. This is the only one of these episodes I've watched twice. And the
oh,
second time I watched it at 1.5 speed to see if it felt better, and it did.
okay. So you really
The
only need to watch it in for 4 minutes, and it'll make perfect sense if you watch it
Yeah.
in 4 minutes.
The
Yes,
music sounded more correct and normal, which is I feel like unusual at 1.5 speed. The visuals
yeah.
got a little fast in some spots, but whatever. This is abstract and chaos anyway, so who cares?
Yes. So the description is a psychedelic battle between past and present, light and dark, and life and death plays out in the haunted psyche of an imperial trooper who is on the cusp of death. So with the description, it makes more sense now. Without
I
the description, I was going, "What am I watching?"
Yeah, you said psychedelic, and I'm like, someone was on psychedelics putting this
A
together,
hundred
and
percent.
should have
And
been to watch it too.
yes, and you definitely, if you were on some form of psychedelic, it would make so much more sense
What a journey. Yep.
because I was so confused. It was all over the place. And I
Yes.
knew I saw some reviews and they were saying in the reviews that it was this psychedelic whatever. And I was
Yeah.
like, so I knew coming into it that it was going to be a little strange, but it
I never
was.
I, I never thought I would describe Star Wars as avant-garde, but here we are.
Yes. Yes, it's definitely was avant-garde. It's 100% how you could put it because it had everything Star Wars in it at some point in time.
Mhm.
The Death Star blowing up, stormtrooper battles. The stormtroopers were fighting each other. They were reaching out for each other's hand, then they were letting go, and then there was another battle, and then Padawans, and I think there were Ewoks in there somewhere. Chewbacca was floating around in there somewhere. It definitely, if you were on some kind of a psychedelic drug, you would watch this and go, yes, yes,
Mhm.
this makes
Mhm.
perfect sense now. But not being on some kind of psychedelic, I was going, why am I watching this?
You're watching it because the musical score was at least awesome. Like
Yes, the
the
musical
jazzy
score.
beat, the
Yeah.
sound design was great. But I have to say, like the hearing the song, it made me think of the video game Super Mario Odyssey in the city town where you got that jazz singer doing everything, and I can't
Okay.
think of what it is. But I'm like, I love that part of the track. I will send it to you later because you're giving me the look of I've never heard this before,
No, I
and
know.
you'll be
Yeah.
like, that is the same
Got it.
thing.
Yeah, uh-huh. I was about to say, like, I was watching it and I was going, this is a like student film of a kid who thinks that he's the next Francis Ford Coppola. And he's like, watch this. This is gonna be the most amazing film ever. And it'll be like at Sundance or something like that. And people would be like, oh my God, that's so amazing. But everybody who's watching it has no clue what they just saw, but they're all going to be like they don't want to be the one who's looks like an idiot and doesn't know what he just saw. So of course they're going to be like, dude, that was amazing. It was the most unbelievable thing ever. That should win Sundance because it was so, as you said, perfectly avant-garde. And
Yeah.
yes,
I love it. It took a risk. It was something totally different. I'm glad it was last
yes,
in this order, because if that was first, that would have just been like a major like click away of like, what am I getting into? Last feels like the right place for something like this.
yeah, it was so out there. It was so psychedelic. So if you want, I don't even know what you'd have to take like acid, I think, while watching it, and then it'll be like a
Seems like a
perfect
great
trip
choice.
for you. But yeah, like, so I don't know, but Yeah, you definitely have to be on something when you're watching it because it was strange. It was very, very strange. It was I probably will watch it again just because it was so out there. Um, but I was like, wait, what is happening? And then it even like almost changed like story styling, like as it went through. It went into different types of animation and all kinds of it was really weird. Uh
Yeah,
but yes, so I don't
yeah.
know. It
So
was a good one.
something else.
Yeah, it was something else. It was a good one to end on. Which one of these was it the smuggler? One of these episodes, I think it was the smuggler. It was either the smuggler or it was the lost ones. But it had a very like hand drawn animation style until it went to the wide shots of the ships. And then the wide shots of the ships were like very like 3D animation, very artistic.
Oh, yeah. I think that was the smuggler because that's when they just broke free of seeing the Star Destroyer come through. Because
Yes,
I think
yes.
you're right. Because like we saw the Star Destroyer through that same like cropped frame of
Yeah.
where Darth Vader showed up. So I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure that's the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, I think so too. So that was interesting to me that they changed.
Oh, that was the Lost Ones then. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I think it
yes.
was the smuggler. Maybe it's
I,
both.
I
Maybe
think I
I'm
think it
wanting
was
to
in the
run through both.
smuggler as well. I think the smuggler as well had different animation styles. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it was probably the lost ones as well. The two of them might have done it. So yep. So all right. Well, we got through all 9 of them. Some of them were good, some of them were bad, some of them were psychedelic.
And we continue to prove that droids are awesome because somehow everyone who does Star Wars droids makes them like super emotional connections to what you were
Yes.
doing in this story, even if they don't have facial expressions. And there's so many unique kinds of droids that we keep on seeing in this universe. Like every episode seemed like was introducing a new droid or two in the case of Yuko's treasure.
Yes. And I love the new droids and it is interesting almost like you think about what use do the droids have and each one has a slightly different use. So like, even going back to C3PO and R2D2, like C3PO can translate 9 million different forms of communication. But he's no good for anything else except for annoying the crap out of people. And
Yes.
then R2D2 is like the Swiss Army knife of droids. But now like we get these two new ones. I mean, who would have thought that we'd have a droid with a microwave in his stomach? And
Mm-mm.
then an even cooler droid than that with the one with the little bendy things around his eyeballs. So
They can still surprise us, right?
they
My
still can.
brother-in-law my brother-in-law's visiting and said, like, C-3PO is his boy, favorite droid. At least I
Oh,
think that's
okay.
what he said. So I'm like, "Well, something for everybody."
There's a favorite one for everybody. Just don't tell them what the odds are. That's all you have to do.
Uh-uh, uh-uh.
So, all right. Well, I think I'm going to leave and start building my Legos because,
Oh,
yeah,
yes. Gingerbread doesn't assemble itself.
gingerbread does not assemble itself. So, but I think from all of us here at in the in the horse trailer, which the guys at the Supreme. Oh, let's talk about everybody else real fast because I forgot to do that earlier.
Yeah, we're
Uh,
hanging out on the Ears Up Network with the Ears
yeah,
Up podcast, Supreme Resort, Buena Vista Boys,
Puny
ooh,
Pod,
Puny Pod,
scraping the vault,
scraping
and
the
the
vault, but they're
so
in the vault, so
yeah, the vault is in the vault. The Supreme Resort, Ryan, I think, has taken over temporarily the Supreme Resort, and he's doing a lot of drafts. He did it 1 or 2 now. I think he's up to a second draft that hasn't come out yet, but they're
oh,
doing
okay.
Disney drafts stuff. So that's a fun one. So I think he's trying to keep that alive by doing that. Hopefully the regular Supreme Resort guys will be back also at some point in time because they're all very good.
Mhm, mhm.
Ryan's draft show is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. There's plenty of room on the network for both. So if the
Oh, yeah.
regular Supreme Resort guys come back, they can actually they always call it the dirty yellow strap because from
Yeah, they
Disneyland you
tug
have
on
to
it, yep.
tug on the yellow strap. So make a new show, the dirty yellow strap, and he can do all of his drafts and stuff. The first one was really good. I did enjoy it. So hopefully draft edition. So yes, um, Olivia said yes, TSR coming soon. So the draft edition. So yes, so there's a second draft
There
coming
we
soon.
go.
So yep, so we got to talk about all those guys. Puny Pod, of course, is going strong. Um, and of course, like you said, Buena Vista Voice. I think Scraping the Vault is 100% dead, and Ears Up. So yeah, so that's all the rest of them. So check them all out. Are you reading any books before we go? Do we have any book talk?
No book talk
No.
for me. Hopefully coming up in the break. My terms get easier after December 12th. So
Okay, so it gives you a little bit more time to read some books then.
yes, I'll get back to it.
So, all right. Well, from all of us and from Olivia, who joined us in the chat, she just loves hanging out on Monday nights with me on doing podcasts. So she's she's hanging out in Bantam Milk now, and next week we'll be on Spokes, the others channel, Spokes, the non-ears up show. I'm still waiting for the James Spoke or crossover into DL Weekly when he does all Galaxy's Edge trivia questions, but you're
Oh, that is a good idea.
yeah.
I'm not on the hook for trivia for another week, so maybe I'll consider in the
Hopefully,
future.
yeah, consider that for it. And then you can plug away to this wonderful podcast that you do over here with me.
That's
So,
right.
all right. Well, you want to say it or do you want me to say it first?
I'm happy to go first this time because I have spoken.
You have spoken, and so have I. We have spoken. Good night, everybody. Stop that.
Stop it.